Hi everyone, in this video we are going to see how to fill an affidavit form when you are applying with the DGMS for competitive certificate. Now let us see the format. The first line mentioned here is before the notary public at. Here you have to mention the place. Here I have mentioned it as Madurai. Then heading affidavit. Then comes I. Mention your name here. I have mentioned my name, Naren R. Then strike out the option which is not relevant. Son of, mention your father's name. I have mentioned it as Ramesh R. And aged about, mention your age, 27 years. By faith, mention here your religion. I have mentioned my religion as Hindu. By occupation, mention your designation or whatever the work you are doing, mention it here. The resident of the village, mention your village in which you are living and mention the post office name of your village and also mention the pin code. Then mention the district of your place and state. I have mentioned it as Tamil Nadu. Do hereby solemnly affirm with oath and declare as follows. The first point is that information furnished in my application for mention your examination scheme here. Here I am mentioning, for example, first class manager's certificate of competency examination metal restricted. If you are writing for second class, write it as second class manager certificate. If you are writing under coal means coal, metal means metal, restricted means restricted, unrestricted means unrestricted, undated. Write your examination date here and all the documents and certificates submitted with it are correct and true. The second point is that in case of any documents, certificates, information is or found false, I shall be liable to the punished as per the extant provisions of the Mines Act 1952. Third point is that the total number of attempts made by me for the examination mentioned in point 1 is. Here you have to mention number of attempts you have attempted in particular examination scheme. Here I have mentioned it as 1. Many people are asking doubt how many number of attempts I should mention. You can see clearly he has specified point number 1. Under point number 1, if you are writing first class metal restricted for the first time means you should mention it as number of attempt 1. Maybe you would have written unrestricted also, but unrestricted last time you have failed, but this time you have passed means you should not mention it here. Every examination scheme is different. Metal is different, coal is different, restricted is different, unrestricted is different, second class is different, first class is different. So if you are writing first class for the second time means you should mention number of attempts 2. If you are writing second class the same year for the first attempt means you should mention it as 1 only. You should not confuse here. Every scheme is different and mention in which scheme what is the attempt you are writing for this. The point number 4 is that the above statements made by me are true and correct. Point number 5 is that I am swearing this affidavit before competent authority. At the end, to the left side of the page, it's like advocate is saying, solemnly affirm before me by the write your name, who is duly identified by the advocate. Mention the advocate name here along with his qualification. To the right side, the heading is written as verification that the statements made above are true and correct. I signed this verification at, mention the place where the notary public is located, and on, mention the date in which you are writing this affidavit. Then below, notary public, mention the place of the notary public, and deponent means it's you. Put your signature here. Identified by, advocate has to put his signature and he has to put his seal. The affidavit form is very important when you are applying for competitive certificate with the DGMS. So pay more attention when you are filling this form. Share with your friends who are applying for competitive certificate with the DGMS so that it will be very helpful for them. Hope this video was very useful to you. Subscribe to our channel for more videos.